He caught it.
Caught it.
And welcome back once again. It looks like we do have that game ready. We're going to jump into it immediately, guys. We know you've been waiting and patiently waiting at that, so we're going to reward you and get this game started.
All right, so we're 40 seconds away from this opening up here. Let's take a look at the team comps right here. We do have a Bastion. All right, I like to see that.
No Tracer.
Oh, the
My
disappointment
heart.
is setting in.
My heart. Yeah, and it's actually popular on this map too, but it doesn't look like they could switch up. You never know. They could switch up, but I would be surprised if we don't see another Widowmaker, at least from Logical side. But it looks like they're going to stick, actually. There's not enough time really to go back and switch. But very interesting. I don't think Liquid's going to stick with this Bastion. I would be pretty surprised.
Yeah, I would love to see it, but running through really quick.
Like the first point, yeah, but not after that.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's definitely really solid to open up the game, in my opinion. But let's take a look at Liquid really quick. Their lineup is Symmetra, Bastion. They have Reinhardt, Soldier 76, Mercy, and McCree. Looking at Logical, they have Mercy, Double McCree, Winston, Lucio, and Reinhardt. So let's get it on.
Yeah, you see Symmetra landing a little hit there on McCree, but he's going to heal up immediately. They're doing a great job moving around this side. He's just eating shot after shot. Symmetra going right through everything, right through the Reinhardt shield, right through bodies, constantly doing damage, just spamming these high traffic areas.
Yeah, and that teleporter almost up for the Symmetra right there on Liquid's side. Mercy about 40% into her ult. Bastion, yeah, about 35%. Once he gets that tank, I think he'll be able to do serious damage. I wouldn't doubt after he uses his ult, if he ends up dying, he'll back off.
Look how patient they are. Like, no one is dying. They're just waiting, trying to build their ults. But at the same time, like you said, that's Symmetra. A lot quicker than everybody else. After she does so much damage, she almost has the she just got the teleporter.
That's quick. That's
quick.
So
immediately they need to either full team wipe, because if they take out 1 or 2 members, it's not going to mean anything at all.
Energy comes setting up the teleporter right now. All the sentries are set up as well. So really liking how Liquid's playing this one right now. Looks like Bastion laying down the shots on that barrier right there. And we're about 20% away from Mercy getting her ult on the side of Logical, but again, no one has died yet. Really
this is the most patient game that we've had so far.
I love it. I love to see this. Really methodical play coming out of the side of both teams right there. Widowmaker on top right here. Crafty Joseph looking for the shots. Ooh. There's the first player eliminated right now for Logical.
Ooh.
Looking for 2. That's 2 down for Logical right there. And possibly 3 right now. Crafty with some really nice movement and some nice shots. I see where he gets his gamer tag.
Yeah, and Widowmaker out there by himself. That's like a very risky play. He doesn't have any support at all, but they're not challenging. But we actually see Liquid doing the full cleanup. And with that teleporter up, they're just going to be able to reinforce so easy. It looks like Logic's got to come back and, I don't know, get some ults up, do a big consolidated push, because if they just go in one at a time, they're just going to keep losing. They look like they're very composed, though. Waiting very patiently, but they're just losing the trades when it comes down to mechanical skill.
This is the slowest paced Overwatch game I've ever seen, and I don't mind it at all.
No, it's very strategical.
It's going to blow up out of nowhere. As soon as they start going for that point, everything's just going to get completely hectic. So I really like seeing the strategical play. Really nice flashbang right there into the combat roll. Looking for a couple more. There's 2 kills right there. Looking for possibly 3. There it is. Taken out right there. So really nice job by Crafty.
Another Widowmaker. That's pretty surprising. AZK actually going to jump in here. They're being very aggressive. Liquid kind of losing their patience, thinking, you know what, we're just going to go for it. We already wiped them once. We have our teleporter up. Might as well take the fight to them. We can always just reinforce quickly from that teleporter.
4 ults up on the side of Logical right now. They do have that Deadeye. They do have the Primal Rage. And looks like Bastion is setting up now with this turret. Has Mercy with the boost right behind him.
4 against 2, though, ult-wise. Yep. They should be able to push in here if they can move into a good position. Reinhardt's trying to get set up here. He needs to jump in. Here we go. He's going to Primal Rage, push this Bastion off the point. He's going to tank mode it up. He's going to jump down, try to do as much damage as he can, but he's getting knocked around constantly. They're trying to follow this Winston, but he's all over the place.
Yeah, he went a little too over-aggressive right there. His team wasn't there to follow up, and that happens a lot of times when you're playing someone with so much engage and so much gap closing that you don't realize that you're moving so far forward that your team can't keep up. Well, what are they going to do? You know, unless Lucio's able to hit him with the sound barrier, they won't be able to catch up to you.
Yeah, and Lucio popped his ult there, so actually they're back to almost 0. We got the res up, and we have Deadeye with McCree, but I feel like that's not enough. There's 1:30 left. They have maybe 1 or 2 pushes left, and then that's it. This point has gone so fast, yet so slow. He likes to eat those Symmetra shots. It's like down this alleyway, that Symmetra just has it completely locked down. I feel like this McCree has to take out the Symmetra. He should. After being there for so long, he should have been able to get a few headshots.
Well, they're trying to get the Winston to go in, and there they go. They change off the Winston, and they go over to Junkrat right there.
This resident sleeper Bastion just sitting here. Yeah, look at him. You're having so much fun, huh?
Getting a little cocky right there.
Oh, my gosh. I'd be so bored. Come on now. You're a Bastion player. Do you
I
like
enjoy
that?
it.
You like that?
I love it.
You got like one hand
Yeah,
eating food,
eating snacks.
the other
Yeah.
one just playing,
Yeah, of
sitting
course.
there. Yeah,
That's great.
I feel dirty watching this.
But we do have Reinhardt ult coming up soon on the side of Liquid. There's 2 ults up on the side of Logical. They really need to put these together right here in order to do something. They haven't had one solid push yet, so I'm curious to see if this is the time. They need to make a stand right now.
30 seconds. Just doesn't have the time. McCree actually hitting a great flash on Zoms there. But, I mean, at this point, too little, too late. We see on the kill feed, all blue all day, the top right. Reinhardt charging in. Symmetra even getting a kill. AZK popping off with the double kill. 15 seconds, and they're all wiped.
Almost
looks like this is
mathematically impossible right here
Yes.
to take this one. It looks like Liquid is going to win this first game right here. And, well, they'll be going up, I believe, 1 point now.
Yes.
If they end up doing the same thing and taking this next point, they will go up 2-0 in the series.
Yeah, they're going to do one desperate last push, but they're just not going to reach it in time. And to be honest, Liquid a little cocky, showing a little flavor.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know how they could be a little cocky when they slow played that so much. I feel like if you're going to be cocky, then you should be super aggressive on
Yes.
that. I mean, they were definitely showing Logical a little bit of respect, and now that they did get a little bit cocky, they have a lot more confidence going into this next round. Obviously, Attack has the huge
Oh my
advantage
God, kill me. Kill me now. Bastion, no.
Here. You're a Bastion basher. I don't like it.
I can't not hate him. It's just, look at this. This is so much skill. I think he does the little swirl at the end. You're going to, no. Oh my God, just styling.
Positioning.
Positioning, is that what you call it?
I call it positioning.
Oh, wow. And we only get 3 cards. Only 3 cards here. Who's getting the votes? Zoms. Please don't vote for Zoms. Okay. Good job, guys.
But it's interesting, you know, we were talking about how that pick serious, and it was very serious.
It was
I know
effective.
It's a cheap
Yes,
tactic.
it was
I know
effective.
I know it's a cheap tactic, but as hard it is to, you know, counter, it's because he was repositioning.
Yes.
And that's what it's all about, is getting those picks, moving on to the next spot of the map, and never knowing where that Bastion is. If you do that and you get your ult just like they did, and you know what, that Symmetra ult right at the start of the game was huge for them, and I think that's why they were slow playing that.
It was like a make or break situation.
Yeah.
If you can break Symmetra early, she's useless. It's 5v6. You're gonna be able to crush the opposing team. But if not, then you're in trouble. And like I'm a huge Bastion hater, self-admitted. But at the same time, it's not like McCree has picked way more than Bastion. Bastion is definitely counterable. It's just I like difficult heroes, and Bastion is like right up there with
well, his
Winston.
skill gap's not that, you know,
Yeah,
difficult to-
exactly.
It's not hard to master.
You just
master
hold down the
Bastion. You just
key
got to
and-
learn exactly where you want to
Exactly.
position yourself. You're very vulnerable when you do set up that turret, and you know the ult is. It's not a very hard hero to play. Don't
Yeah.
get me wrong.
Yeah.
But one thing that I do want to touch base on is that Liquid did show a lot of their cards right there. They kind of showed what their setup would be. They showed how they do like to slow play it. They showed that they like to get their ults first.
Yes.
So to me, they're showing a lot of their cards compared to, say, Cloud9, who is almost trolling in their match.
Yeah, I think that's really weird. Like, if I'm a top-level team like TeamLiquid, I'm not really worried about not making it out of groups. Plus, you have rounds to work with, right? Like, if you lose the first round, you can always come back. You have a lot of space to do stuff. I think it's actually smarter to do what Cloud9 does. Troll a little bit, don't show your strategies, hide as much information as you can, and then when it's necessary later in the tournament, you kind of bust out the real game changers. But all in all, I don't feel like it was like so standard that I don't feel like they revealed anything special. It's like everybody should be able to play that comp by, you know, this time in Overwatch.
Right, for sure. So let's take a look at the comps this time around. On Logical side, looks like they have the Lucio, Mercy, Junkrat, McCree, Widowmaker, and that Reinhardt. Coming out of the side of Liquid, you have that Soldier 76 Bastion. Again, Reinhardt, D.Va, Widowmaker, and Mercy. So going with the D.Va, and we haven't seen much D.Va.
Yeah, also the offensive Bastion's kind of questionable, but I'm excited for this right here. Widowmaker versus Widowmaker. One's being damage boosted. Zoms is not, but he's still peeking and challenging him. Look at him taunting a little bit with the scope. Can he get this? This is the true battle. This is what we've been waiting for. He's not going to see the Widowmaker just yet. He's going to poke to the side, start doing damage, and now this is going to draw out the other Widowmaker. Pops off, gets 1 kill. Can he do more? And it looks like they're not going to challenge each other just yet. Both of them trying to focus other members on the team. And just as I say that, Zoms cleaning up, showing that he is the better sniper in this matchup.
And here comes the Mac coming out of the side of D.Va. It looks like she's going to push this one right in towards the point, and they're already taking this point about 45 seconds into this match.
It's brutal. It's brutal. We can see clearly the difference in skill. I mean, they're just pushing down. I'm excited for Zoms. I would show me something. He's got that recon vision. The other sniper's not poking out just yet. He's trying to peek. Look at that. So narrow. Can only see a hair of that other Widow. Oh, So close. I thought he was going to hit it for sure.
Yeah, I like how he's using that quick scope and then scopes back in right there. I love the angles that he's taking. And you do have to play confident and a little bit cocky when you're playing with the
You got to
right
feel
there.
it. Yeah,
you
got to
be
feel
feeling
it.
You can tell these guys are definitely feeling it right now. They've probably been just itching to play. You know, last match of the night. They really want to show these guys, show everybody what they're made of.
Yeah, they got to come out big here. Ranked as the #2 team, theoretically, by most of the people here, they got to show that they're worthy to, you know, take it to the next level. Because C9, reigning champions, you know, everybody's considering them a match above everybody else. So Liquid needs to show something special in this match. Wow, look at this. Just ults on ults constantly. Gonna res here, but what is it? Only 1 or 2 res, I think?
And it's just so hard to beat this combo right here.
And
When you have that Reinhardt shield, you have the Bastion coming in, and you also have Mercy sitting there boosting up that damage the entire time. Such a hard strategy, and you still have 3 other players on the map that you have to worry about.
Look how cocky. He's just chasing down this Mercy. There's a Winston right above. No one cares. I'm loving the Zombs play right now. I feel like he was a great addition to Team Liquid. He might be the difference to push them to the next level.
Well, this is what we've been looking for. We've been looking for someone that's going to play really aggressive with Widow, someone that's going to make a huge difference right here. And he's, you know, he's feeling himself. We can say
Yeah. He's definitely feeling himself. All day, every day. And we see this Bastion coming into play too. Bastion just sitting on the point. Dummy doing dummy mode with the Bastion. Just AFK. Make sure I'm pushing this, add a little security. Widowmaker can always pull back. You know, he's only a few feet ahead. He's clearing the way. He's scouting. But at the same time, he's secure because he's got his team backing him up.
Well, I really like this team comp because they have, you know, engaged, they have disengaged. They pretty much have everything that they need. They have the sustain that they need as well. Nice little tactical visor coming out here from AZK. Looks like he's able to eliminate 3 players right there. That's 4. That's 3, actually. 3 down for Logical. This payload is just still going, Huck. They're not going to be able to stop this one.
Yeah,
Liquid's
and they lose the
on a
Mercy,
roll.
too. The Mercy was trying to do like that pocket res, that perfect 5-man res, but waited a little bit too long, got chased down, and GG, or good round at least.
And there it is. Almost a perfect game right there from Liquid. They
Pretty
executed
flawless.
that. They executed that perfectly. So much different than that first game that was slow played on the defensive side. Obviously, so much more aggressive on the offensive side. And we kind of called it because they were, you know, feeling so confident at the end of that game. You know, a little bit of BM, but hey, you know, it is what it is.
They're styling.
Style points.
Yeah, and look at this. He's just the uncontested. As soon as you take out that other Widowmaker, your team's engaging the whole time. You just have enough room to constantly pop off. And Zombs, great sniper so far. Best kill streak, 15 eliminations. 15 kill streak too. So he never died.
15-0.
That's crazy.
Very, very impressive so far. Definitely some of the best Widow sniping we've seen in the tournament thus far. Really excited to see what he's going to do the rest of these games. But Liquid taking that 2-0. Now Logical gets to pick the map right here. Most likely going to go away from payload. Maybe try to go something where Widow isn't as effective. What would you do if you were these guys?
I think that would be a smart strategy. I would try to avoid Zombs. It seems like he really did a great job. Even like AZK, great DPSer. I mean, I think Liquid's shining point is their damage. I think they're a little bit lacking as far as support and tank. And I mean, not that in an offensive way. They still got great players, but their stars are definitely on that DPS role.
And that's what's interesting is because the snipers and the DPS guys always getting all the glory, the slayers and things like that. And the support players not really getting much love. But when you look at, you know, MOBA games, typically the support players are the glue, are the shot caller of the team, are the underrated underdogs of
Same thing
the
with
squad.
sports, though. You have, like, you know, what are the football teams that win championships? It's the defense. But who gets the credit? You got the wide receivers, running back, quarterback that are just scoring points.
Stats, exactly.
Yeah, exactly. But what wins championships are those super solid guys that can come out consistently day in, day again and just always be there for their team. And I think that's what we're going to see eventually. But for right now, it's hard not to like, you know, when you see those heads popping, you see the Widowmaker styling. I mean, that's all love, man.
I think what has to happen right here is the player in the middle needs to donate some of his beard to the rest of his team. Kind of, you know, fear the
man
beard.
him up.
Yeah, man.
It's like NHL playoffs.
Yeah, exactly. Get your hockey
going.
grizzly beard going. Get the playoff beard going. You know, he's got more than enough than a spare. He can
I can't
definitely
grow a
pass
beard,
it off
man.
to some of his teammates.
Like, I can't even grow what you got.
Yeah, I actually was going pretty full beard, and then I shaved, took a chunk out. Rest in peace.
I'm like this Asian guy right here, close. That's me.
Yeah.
That's all I got, man. I got nothing. Cut some of my hair, glued on my chin. All I got. Well, it looks like we're going to get started into this next map. And like you said, it's not a payload, so I think this is a little bit better for them. I mean, as we've always been talking about, if you're, the underrated team here, you want to go for more chaos, you want for instability, you want something crazy to happen. You don't want to go on something super standard where the better team's going to win 9 out of 10 times.
Are we going to see the 5 Tracers, 1 Lucio here? It could potentially happen.
Like we said, we think they should troll a little bit. If you're going to BM, go all the way.
Yeah.
Why not? Why not just go all the way, shove
Why
in?
just be B when you could be BM?
Yes. 1 Lucio, you're dropping the base, popping it off, and then the Tracers are just shaking their booties. That's what needs to happen here. AZK, that's my skin. I love the skin. This is what I've been waiting for. Come on. Come on.
And it looks like they're going to go with it. There it is. We have 5 Tracers, 1 Lucio right here.
Good luck,
and then we have 2 McCrees on the side of Logical. Reinhardt, we have Mercy, Lucio, and a Junkrat. So, ooh, there it is right there. AZK, that's a double right there, double elimination. Looking to take these guys out, all crowded up in that corner right there. That's not where you want to be right there. Control point unlocks in 10 seconds. 2 people already down, and they're weak right now on the side of Logical. AZK with the perfect shots right now, laying them down right there. Nice little recall back, blinks forward, looking for these guys inside the point. Junkrat laying down the damage. AZK picking up that health pack, and all these guys from the red team are stuck inside the point right here. It's about 90% captured, and it stopped right there. So there it is. All right, so they're going to be scoring first, and it looks like 2 dead on the side of Liquid. And Logical, with the 2 Winstons alive right here, should be able to tank this damage, and let's see what happens.
We got 2 ults already up for the Traces, but they're dying like flies. They're doing damage, but at the same time, they just don't have a standing force that can sit on that point,
Well, it looks like Logical is going to counter this with 3 Winstons. I mean, you're talking about so much more HP.
I don't know. I don't think this is going to do too well. I mean, if you can come in one at a, the whole time you're popping those 4 bubbles, yes, it's hard to get through them. But if you're going in one at a time, you're getting chased down. Look at these monkeys. It's dropping left and right. Tracers chasing them down, running back. We got pulse bombs going all over the place. Getting electrocuted, but you're just time-lapsing back, jumping away. If I'm Logical, I'm just leaving the game. I'm so annoyed at this point. I'm like, you know what? I don't care. Take the win. For my sanity, playing this next match, I have to leave.
Looks like they want to counter it with the 4 Winstons, but I don't think that's what you want to do here. I'd probably say going with Zarya or something like that. We were just hearing that Zarya probably is a little bit stronger on land than she is online. Get those shields going. Maybe get a Reinhardt here. I do like the Roadhog right there, but 5 Winstons, I don't know if that's going to counter the 5 Tracers when they're playing this hard.
I think they're tilting. I think they're seeing the Tracers, they're like, you want to play this game? All right, we will play this game, but it is not working out for them at all. Like, Tracer, Reaper, they're direct counters to tanks.
Yeah, exactly. I think they're countering themselves.
It doesn't make sense. This is just the highlight reel. This whole game is a highlight reel.
So we have 1 Pulse Bomb and then 2 ults on the side of Logical right now, 1 Primal Rage, 1 Riptire right now. And, what are you going to do as Junkrat when you're going against Tracers? It's going to be so hard to land those grenade launchers onto anybody. And you're not going to be able to get that damage down. Widowmaker, I don't know. It seems like Logical's just,
yes,
on tilt right now.
If this is a pub game, I already left. I don't care. MMR be screwed. It's not worth it right now. I mean, they're jumping on the point. They get on the point, but these Tracers, they have so much mobility. They're going, they're picking off players at the spawn, and they're running back to the point, recapturing it. AZK, I don't know, man. It's probably got like 10 kills at least right now. Oh, this is just a clinic on how to play Tracer. He's popping this Junkrat, punches him in the face, cleans up the monkey. Oh, this is so brutal.
There's really nothing that you can do if you're on the side of Logical right now because everyone's just
Except
moving
leave
around
the game.
so fast.
Oh,
and then off the map.
There you go. That's me. That is me. Crafty has the right idea. That's what I'm doing all game. It's all over.
Remind me never to search with you.
Yes. On the same side at least. Yes.
Okay, there we go. If you're giving away free love, I'll take it though.
Yeah. I love those ladder points, baby. But it looks like we're going to go to OT a little bit here. Winston's going to jump off, though. He's almost dead. His brother, Junkrat's going to touch it one more time, but it looks like it's about to drain. Can he get on top of it? No, not in time.
And that's it right there. So that's going to be
God.
It's going to be 3-0 now for the side of Liquid, and round 2 is coming up. We'll update that graphic there at the top soon. And are they going to
stick with
it?
5
Genjis?
Oh my God! Please do something crazy. Widowmakers won't work. So they're going for a more normal composition. It's still not ideal, a little bit wonky. We could see some good plays with Lucio, though. This is a map notorious for, just booty bumping guys off the wall. I would love to see it.
What you call it, booty bumping?
Hey, man. this Overwatch, the whole game is about the booty.
Back that thing up.
It's all about the booty. Doesn't matter.
Back that thing up.
Yeah, we got Genji booty, got Tracer booty, Widowmaker booty.
Shake what your mama gave you.
Yeah, no, I'm for it, man. Blizzard right now is like face palming. They're like, please, no more threads on the forums. We don't want to nerf any more bots, guys. Please just avoid the topic. Genji.
So this is something that I wanted to see before. Logical busting out the Reinhardt right here. I feel like if you're going to have all of these people that are, shooting, Tracer not the best at taking down the shield right there, but they don't have that Tracer comp right now, so he's probably a little surprised to be thrown off by this Genji, by this Lucio, Widowmaker also. So they are charging up their ults right now. They are on the point. Liquid is going to be able to capture this right here. They are going to start scoring, and some really nice Genji movement. Almost has his Dragon Blade available.
Yeah, and they're just, look at them, they're just spawn camping this like little circle. Everybody has to come through there, or they got to go around the side. And this Widowmaker, not a normal pick on this map. It's not that common, and it doesn't really matter at this point. They're going to try to flank. They're coming around the side, but as you can see with that recon visor, they know exactly where they are. So they just change position, move on to that point. They have great cover. They're getting perfect shots. I think we just saw someone fall to their death, and this is just getting brutal. AZK still on that Tracer, cleaning up. It's getting brutal out here.
It is. The infrasight is just so valuable in my opinion, though, especially when you're coming at this high level of play. Once you can predict exactly, it's almost like you can, you have the glass walls pretty much. You can see exactly where everyone's coming when it comes to positioning and stuff like that. You can just prepare yourself. So again, what I'm going to be looking for, this match is getting a little out of control, but what I'm looking forward to tomorrow, I want to see these high-level Widows against Widows like you're talking about.
Yes.
I want to see who's going to be dominant in the map control, who's going to be dominant in their communication, because to me, it looks like we have, after today, established at least
a pecking order.
Really amazing teams.
There is definitely a clear pecking order between, those Tier 1, Tier 2, and Tier 3 teams. And Liquid's definitely that Tier 1 side. But we shall see. They're just styling still. I mean, Liquid playing very cockily, but they had a bye. They have one game to win. They want to go drink. Hopefully they're not going to go to this brewery that Logical comes from. But AZK triple kill. Oh my, this is just getting brutal.
Yeah, AZK has been really impressive.
He's not even getting focused.
Tracer.
He's just like walking around, just shooting people in the head, hearing
how can
dings.
you focus? How can you focus?
Yeah, I guess. All I hear is dings. AZK, it's like playing Minesweeper or something.
Yeah, just constant damage right here. You might as well be playing, the training bots at this point, because the aim is just so precise. The map movement is so precise. Overtime right here. It's going to just wind down. It looks like Liquid is going to be taking this
punching
series
up to death.
4-0. Super impressive performance right there. And that was the last game of your day, folks. And we are stoked to have you guys watch that and to join us tomorrow.
What are we going to see, AZK? My man.
Oh, we have one more game after this. Sorry, guys.
AZK probably with the pulse bomb with the triple kill, I imagine. I think it was a pulse bomb. We've got 3 kills. Oh, look at that movement. Throws it down, gets 2 here, and then a 3rd right after. And he actually goes and cleans up 1 or 2 more, but I think it's after the play of the game. Yeah, super precise play.
43 eliminations.
And 27 kills. This is what I wanted. I think AZK probably the best Tracer here. If not, he showed it definitely today. He was the best Tracer here. Yeah. And I'm super pumped to see more of him tomorrow. But this is what I wanted to see. I wanted to see a Team Liquid that was ready to go. They had some flight delays. They had some changes to the roster recently. And they haven't been the most consistent team. But today, they showed up. And we need to see them show up tomorrow. Most likely, we're going to see what most people predict to be the finals would be Liquid or C9. There can be upsets. Don't get me wrong. But pecking order, that's Tier 1. That's Tier 2. Those are the top 2 teams right now.
Yeah, and we saw AZK, deadly Tracer. We saw the Widow coming out from the side of Liquid as well.
Yes,
super deadly. Those are the
coming.
2. If I was a competitor of Liquid right now, those are probably the 2 takeaways that I would take away from. I'd say, okay, these are definitely some.
These are the guys we got to focus on.
We really, once they get these heroes, we have to take these guys out.
Yeah. Well, it looks like we're getting ready to send it to the analyst desk. I wonder what they think about that game.
Thanks so much, T-Squared and Huck. Great job on the desk. I'm joined by Jamerson and Fishsticks down here on the analyst desk, and we've got a lot to talk about with this Liquid matchup here. They gave us a lot to talk about when they came out of the gate with 5 Tracers and a Lucio. What do you think that was all about, guys?
The return of Tracer. We really haven't seen much Tracer this whole day so far, even though, on the King of the Hill control point maps, Tracer is still very strong. More teams have been opting to go with McCree's, sometimes a Genji, but Tracer made a very dominant comeback there. And I'm not just talking about the 5 Tracer 1 Lucio strategy, which, by the way, is totally insane. Please never do that again. No, I mean, do whatever works for you guys. But, Tracer also played on the second point there. They actually had a really interesting lineup with Tracer, McCree, and Genji all at once. Pretty interesting stuff, though. 5 Tracers. I honestly don't think that's going to work against any of the other super high-tier teams. Things like going double McCree is going to stop that in its tracks because you're going to be able to use those flashbangs to stun those tracers. In a lot of cases, that type of like stacking a jillion tracers really hasn't been super common lately. So kind of surprised to see it right now.
What do you think about Logical's response, which was, I think, 5-6 Winston?
The idea was there, you don't have to aim as hard. The Winston with the with the energy beams should just be able to track him pretty easily, right? Unfortunately, though, 5 tracers creates a lot of confusion, and it's very difficult to try and focus one down when there are 5 zipping around, right? Dolby Atmos at this point actually plays against you when you're hearing a tracer behind you. Did he zip behind me, or is that another one, right? So it did sow a lot of confusion onto the side of the Logical-esque team, and unfortunately, they did fall. They are just going to go down to the losers bracket, so they still have a chance to make it to the round of 16 tomorrow. So I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, compositions, there's a lot to be discussed, but I think one of the biggest things that people sometimes don't take fully into account is the fact that you can switch mid-game. So you can go 5-6 tracers in the middle of the game, or you can, Sorry, I fixed it right there. So you can go 5-6 tracers in the middle of a game and then switch right off it again, just to kind of bait the enemy team into doing something you want them to do, just as a
force a response.
Force a response, or just to deal with something momentarily, a choke point or anything else that you just need to break through. So I like to see that. I don't know if I'd like to play a whole game versus 5 or 6 tracers, but
no, thank you.
Yeah, no, I really have to applaud Logical for just walking away from the computer at that point.
Yeah, they understand.
Well, another interesting thing about this TeamLiquid team is after all these roster changes, they now have Vonethil on their team who hails out of Europe. So one European player now joining a team entirely comprised of North American players. And Vonethil, primarily known for tank play. Really great Zarya, playing in the EU scene, used to play for Creation Esports, but we didn't actually see him play a tank at all. In fact, the one time he was playing Tracer in one of the games, but then in the next point on Lijiang Tower there, he was actually playing as Lucio. So when they were running double Lucio, he was one of the 2 Lucios. So I'm not really sure how that's going to shake out for the team. I don't know really who's going to be their primary support players moving forward, as Vonethil, it seems like he might be bouncing, as they call it, flex. So, yeah, I think that's something to watch out for this team, is really who's going to be their solid support players.
Well, I think you also have to take into consideration that there were a lot of eyes on this game. Cloud9, Gale Force, Clutch, they all have their eyes on TeamLiquid. They want to take them down. And so playing later on in this day, a lot of those teams had the chance to scout them. So they don't want to give away too much today. So seeing that 5 Tracer come out, is going to throw a wrench in their plans. No scouting for you. We're just going to play our game, make sure we get through to the next stage without giving away too much.
Well, I thought one of the coolest things is even though we saw 5 tracers on the map, AZK still manages to put himself at the forefront with that hero. Stuck with Tracer into the next round of Lijiang and really made a difference there as well. So how do you think his game skills are transferring? Well,
AZK was primarily known for actually McCree, a little bit of 76, but he started to learn Tracer very, very quickly. He joined TeamLiquid when the Tracer meta was at its all-time high, when people were running Tracer not just on Control, they were running double Tracer on also a lot of the payload maps as well. So he kind of was forced to learn Tracer, and he actually very naturally suited him. As long as it's hit scan, I think AZK is going to do just fine.
Yeah, I know a lot of the players coming into this tournament were definitely comfortable playing McCree, but they also had to learn Tracer. She was just part of the meta, and they did it begrudgingly so. And then, of course, they fell to love her, as I did myself when the game launched.
Oh yeah, she's fun as hell.
Yeah, and definitely, like you mentioned earlier, with Vonethil coming over from Europe, that was like a pretty big investment on the part of TeamLiquid to actually bring him over from Sweden for this one particular event. So it's great to see that a lot of these teams, a lot of these organizations are willing to, foot the bill and actually make a presence known at this LAN.
I think it totally makes sense. We got 22K viewers just for that last match. It's not just about the money right now, but just getting your name out there early on in the Overwatch space. And actually looks like we're going to be joined in just a second here by a member of TeamLiquid. It's going to be one of the guys I've been talking to the most on the team. It looks like Dummy might be joining us in here in just 1 second.
Well, before Dummy sits down, I do want to give you a chance, Fishsticks. Talk to me a little bit about Dahang. We saw him on Lucio. Not the character I would have expected him to pick up out of all the Overwatch options.
Yeah, Dahang has actually been playing primarily Mercy, which is kind of as a guy who followed Quake Seed, something I wasn't really expecting to see a whole lot. But yeah, he's actually become one of the best, most adept Mercies in the game. And there was also playing a little bit of Lucio. But we've actually been joined by Dummy from TeamLiquid.
What's up,
How are you
guys?
doing, man?
Doing good. Really happy we won the first game.
Yeah.
It took a while, a lot of hiccups. We didn't even have 2 of our players until a couple hours ago. And then we finally set up on stage and everything was going wrong with like the hardware.
Oh, yeah.
So it took a while to set up, but we got through it and finished the map out pretty clean.
That's pretty impressive to come away from some flight issues and some other things to put on a performance like that on stage here at the Esports Arena. What do you think, as a team, sets you apart from these other players that are here today?
Well, we have a lot of history. Dehang was a pro Quake player. AZK came from a pro CS and CS Source background. We also have 2 people from Pro TF2. We have a Pro HOTS player. And Zombs, he doesn't have a lot of pro experience, but he's been playing a lot of Overwatch, so he has a lot of experience in the game.
Actually, just bring your mic a little bit closer here, because
sure,
you're saying wonderful things, and the world needs to hear them.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, so let's talk about how the team came together. Obviously, everyone's coming from very diverse backgrounds. How did you meet everyone? And you've had a lot of roster changes recently as well. I'm specifically curious how you ended up with a European on your team.
He knew we were trying people out, and I didn't even know him. He just messaged me and told me he was interested in trying out. I scheduled a few tryouts and open beta for him, and just went really well. He took over the in-game leading role from me, and he's been doing a really good job. I think for the most part, a support should probably be the in-game leader. It's really hard for like a DPS or someone like me who likes to play on the flank a lot to call for the whole team. So Vonatil, he just kind of approached me. AZK, I actually met him in a Reflex server, which is pretty random.
Okay.
During the break between Beta 1 and Beta 2, I was just playing a lot of Reflex, and we met in a server. We started talking, and I just asked him if he was interested in playing Overwatch, and he was.
There you go.
Well, AZK's got a bit of a storied history behind him, but I think what's most interesting is there's so many players out there who want to get involved in the esports scene, who are wondering how you can end up on a professional team like Liquid or Cloud9. And I think what you said right there is, keep an eye out for these tryout opportunities, message the professional players. I mean, do you have any other advice for people who are interested in going pro?
You just got to put the time in. Once you get to a level where you start to get attention, you're gonna make it on a team at some point. There's gonna be an opening, and you're gonna be able to prove yourself.
So, gotta ask, why 5 tracers? Was this something you actually had planned? Did you decide last minute? Is this a strategy that you practice? Why 5 tracers?
It is a strat we practice. Well, we have practiced it, and it's definitely, part of it is definitely for fun. But it's legit on that point, control center. It's really good. You can beat top teams on that point with that 5 tracer comp.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it was very map specific, if I'm understanding you correctly. Are there any other situations that you think 5 tracers, or we saw 5 soldiers earlier on Lijiang Tower for one of the control points? Certain points that lend themselves more or less to masked heroes.
I think you might be able to run 5 tracer on all the points on that map, actually. Yeah. But other than that, I don't think anywhere other than Koth, King of the Hill rather. But I'm not sure.
Well, give me some insight into the training and practice for Liquid. I know you guys you're widely spread now. One of your players is European. I mean, what does your practice look like, and how much time do you get?
We practice anywhere between like 6 to 8 hours a day of scrims, and then on top of that, we watch VODs together. Play a lot of solo queue or team matchmaking. The amount of time people put in the game at the top of Overwatch is a ton. You play pretty much all day, every day.
Cool. Well, the skill definitely shows. Thank you so much, Dummy, for coming down here to talk to us. We'll be seeing lots more games from you guys. We're going to go to a quick commercial break, and we come back. It's the final match of the day.